guys, Becky here, Aunt Beck's Creations, and I'm gonna share some mail that I've got, and I got 3 envelopes here to share. And then Scott and I went thrifting today, and so I was gonna share that, and then I'm gonna sign off and get back to work on my envelopes, unless you guys want to see me work on envelopes for a little while. I don't want to stay on any longer than an hour, because if I do too long today, I won't feel like doing it at all tomorrow on my regular day. So if that makes sense. So this package, I'm not sure. I just have a last name, and I'm not going to call a last name out, but it's from Wisconsin. So let me open this up. Oh, wow. All right, I'm just going to set the envelope down so I don't accidentally share an address. This is cool. Number tape. It's got numbers on it. Hi, Janet. Hi, Brittany. Josie. Is that right? And Joan and Holly and Susan. So, yeah, this came the other day. Oh, wow. I need to find a card or something. Oh, it's from Mindy. This is just because. Happy Mail. I saw you mention something about black markers, hence these. LOL. Love your streams. Thanks for all you do. Mindy. Awesome. Look, she sent me black Poscas. Oh, I didn't know they came this fat. Look at the size of that thing. Wow. That is so cool. Thank you so much. This one's a bullet shape. And that's all in Japanese, so I can't read it. But thank you so much, Mindy. I don't know if she's in here. These are awesome. I will put these right to work. I'll leave them right there. And I'm definitely going to keep this bag and reuse it. Isn't this wonderful? Thank you so much. I'll put her note back in her envelope. I got to make sure I write her address down too. And the bubble wrap, I'm going to put that in my box of stuff. Pages from Edith Holden book. Oh, isn't that pretty? Looks like a house finch. Daffodils that come before the swallow dares and take the winds of March with beauty. Shakespeare. Oh, this is a lovely book. Book pages. These are so awesome. Some library cards. This is why we need to have a Happy Mail play date so I can use this stuff. She included the cards and a couple pockets. Whoops. I'm going to put them in their pockets. And I love that she put notes on everything. This has got stickers. These are stickers in here. And see, I could use those to decorate the pockets. And she's got adhesive on the back of the pockets. So I could decorate those, and I could use the pages and make a little journal. Ooh, this could be the cover. Wouldn't this make a pretty cover for a little journal? And then she's got lace, two different kinds. This is awesome. And it was quite the surprise. I wasn't expecting anything from Mindy at all. So thank you, Mindy. These pages are amazing. They're a really thick paper. Holly, I tried to refill my Poscas. I didn't have any luck. I might have to go back and rewatch her video, but I had zero luck with it myself. So there's that. And I love this envelope. And this one is from Ruth Lamb. And look at the bicycle. I think that might be a stencil or a stamp. Scott just left for work. He didn't want to go. His ankles are hurting. And this next weekend is our normal week to work on the house. So we were going to go work on it, but we'll see how he's feeling toward the end of the week. See, if we miss a week or one of our weeks, we don't go we go on payday weeks so that we have money, you know, basically. All right, let's see what Ruth sent me. She's got some pretty snowflakes and an artist trading card, and I'll have to grab my binder. And look at they're wood. They're little stickers, but it's wood. Can you see the wood on there? That is so neat. These would be great on ATCs. I'll have to keep those aside. I'm never going to get these stickers back in here, I don't think. Let's see. Can I get them in there? Oh, I am. Slowly and carefully. Put that down there. I've got a bin that I've been putting Happy Mail envelopes so that I can do a Happy Mail day, and we'll all just get together with Happy Mail and create something with it. Look at this ATC. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, I tried one time and it just did not seem to work at all. Hi, Violet. Hi, Kathy Whitney. Hi, Cheryl. I hope I didn't miss anybody. But let me grab my binder real quick. Mary didn't do her live this morning. I looked and looked for it. Was she live? Did I miss it? Oh, and I got to I don't know if I showed you guys or not. This one will go in here because the next sheet I have in there is the ones for the swap. That's this one here. These are the ones that'll be in the swap. But at Walmart, I found these pockets, and I didn't know if I shared them or not, but they fit, the iCads or postcards fit in these. And they were with the office and school supply stuff too. And the bookmarks will fit in the skinny pocket. So I put a bunch of the postcards and stuff in here. Just want to make sure I'm not showing anybody's address. So now I have space to put, you know, the larger cards and things. So yeah, I'm thrilled with my binder. I had to move to a bigger binder for the ones I'm getting through swaps. But I love looking through this for inspiration from you guys. Everything's so different, you know? And Holly says she uses those smaller photo type pages for her stencils. So if you have the smaller stencils, like I put in those little brag books, Holly puts them in those other pockets. Now, this envelope is from Violet. Bernadette, I was going to let her out. I'll do it in a minute. This is from Violet, and she said she came across something, and because I sew, she was going to send me some. I'm trying to see how I can get in it without cutting what's inside. Whoops. I'll be back in screen here in just a minute. Whoops. It got a little bit caught in the tape, so hang on here. Violet, did you say this is is this like Wonder Under? I can't remember what you said it was. I bet you told me in here. Thanks. Isn't that a pretty card? Thank you for sharing your time and talents with those of us who are still learning. Violet. It'll say on the instructions, and she included the instructions. It's Pelon Wonder Under, and I most definitely can use this. What's her name? The Booksmith. Is it Nick the Booksmith? Is that it? But she was showing how to use this to do fast and dirty snippet rolls. If I can remember, I will look it up. What is Wonder Under? It's a transfer web, heavy duty Wonder Under. It's a paperback adhesive web that turns any fabric into a fusible fabric. So if you put this on the back of some fabric, like in the 80s, Brittany, you're probably too young to remember that. In the 80s, you would buy like fabric that had a large floral print on it, and you'd put this heavy-duty Wonder Under on the back. That's what I thought you were about my niece's age. I thought so. And then you could cut the shape out, and then after you put this on the back, that one side of it has the adhesive, and you'd put this on the back of the fabric, and then you could cut the shape out and then lay it down on, well, the backing will peel off. And then you could lay your fabric that you put this stuff on onto like a sweatshirt or whatever, and adhere it down. And then we would take puff paint and go around the edge to seal the edge down. It was really big. Yeah, Violet got a steal of a deal on it, and she came across it and thought she would share with me, since I do, I do sewing as well as all this other stuff. But I could get some little sweatshirts. Yeah, and Janice said you can use it to hem stuff too. You'd have to just cut a little strip off. And then you'd put it on the fabric where you want to turn it up, and then you would just turn it up and adhere it down. So thank you, Violet. Thank you so much. Can't show the front of her envelope all the way, but she decorated it and put a little bird on it. Isn't that cute? Well, this is tissue paper, but the Wonder Under is thicker, and the adhesive is on one side and the paper backing is on the other. When you glue this down, the glue will stick to your fabric, and then you just peel this paper away, and all that's left is the adhesive. You just got to make sure you're putting the adhesive on the right side of the fabric that you want to glue down. This stuff is sold by the yard, and Joann's carries it, and you buy it by the yard, and they should give you a section. When this rolls off, this paper with the instructions rolls along with the yardage. So they're supposed to cut it like right here and just give you this set of instructions. So thank you so much, Violet. And I'm going to try to look up that, I think it's Nick the Booksmith. She has a fast and dirty or fast and easy snippet roll that she did with, I think, either Wonder Under or a fusible web. I can't remember which, but it was fast and easy. So that is wonderful. What I might do is try to make one on my own and fumble through it, and then I can come on and show you guys how to do it. Hi, Lisa. Hugs. So that was from Violet. These are some of my envelopes. One of these will go to Mary, and one is going to go, I think, to Violet. You got the other card, right, Violet? And I don't know if I've mailed Kristen's card off or not. I can't remember. Everything's kind of running together this week. But this is what I do after I get I've been doodling on some of these. But after I get background, I'll go in and like I've gone around with a Posca pen, just part way around all these circles. And I'm still going to do more to this, but I like to put a border on them. This one I've gone around some of the images and I put a border around it. This one I've just done the border. I haven't gone in and done all the doodling on the stuff I stencil down. I try to bring things back out. Like on this, I went and did a grid on some of the lines that are formed with that stencil, but I did them in another contrasting color so that the section of it is more vibrant. Does that make sense? This one, I used my yoga mat stamp that I made and stamped 3 flowers. And then I've just been doodling. I don't really like this one, so I'm going to try to fix it. This isn't last night I was trying to do it and I didn't like what was turning out. So I've got to do something to these to fix them. This one I stamped some circles and then I just doodled them into peace signs. This one I added some just little flowers. But again, I'm not done with these. I do so much more to them. And sometimes I'll just go in and where I've stenciled, I'll just go around everything that was in the stencil to bring it back to the front. So, yeah, I was a merchandise specialist, so it kind of fit me. And I love using a fan brush and just making little, I call them little bushes. You just go flip, flip, flip. This one, they show up better. And this is what I was trying to get our buddy Beth to see the other day, is this is what you can do with that wavy checkerboard thing. And see how it frames it. Anytime you add a border to anything, you make it look like it's a purposeful piece of art that's been framed. And then when you take it to the mail people, they love it. This I splattered some white on. This one has a real oceany feel, and I was thinking I might paint a goldfish here in the corner and just hand paint him. And again, I've just gone and I didn't go all the way around every circle. If you go on just one side, it almost looks like they're sitting up above some like foam or smoke or something. Do you know what I mean? See how it looks like it sits up? Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry, hon. We're here for you. Yeah, it gives it kind of a 3D look. These were just hand-painted flowers. I did 3 on the front and 3 on the back. And I'm going to go in and do more doodling. This one needs something else. I don't know. Again, I'm still working. That's part of that lacy bit I did with lace on the jelly plate. This was the third sunflower, third one like that I did. I tried to do 3 envelopes with like 3 that were stamped with the orange flowers. And then I did these. These were just done with just the paintbrush and just going, and then you bring out the edges like Mary does and outline them. And then this one, I tried to keep kind of a geometric. And then I like to make these little things. Scott calls them something that I'm not going to say on screen, but they're they just look cool. And I thought about adding dots down the tails. And then the 3 little padded envelopes that I was telling, if I have something small and fragile, I use these, but they charge me as a package because they're a padded envelope, and they charge me quite a bit to mail these little envelopes, which I think is ridiculous because they don't weigh any more than this. So I don't get it. Susan, I did a video with Mary. I was on Mary's channel. We did a hangout together, and I did jelly plating, and Beth was there, and Lisa was there, and Mary was there, of course, because we were on her channel, and there was another person, and I can't remember who else popped in. Who else popped in that day? Hi, Roesta. So I'm going to share what we got at the thrift store, and then I will doodle some on these with you today so you can see how I expand on first I jelly plated with the jelly plate, and then I stenciled, and then I did some stamping, and then the rest of this is going to be either hand painted, like I want to do a goldfish on that one that looks like bubbles, or I just roughly made flowers with a paintbrush, and then I've come in with Posca pens and markers and things to bring these up. And you see on this one that I haven't doodled the rest of the way on, there's no lines in the petals. And then when you add the lines to the petals, it brings the flowers more to life. You know, instead of just outlining, if you come in, I was using this writer pen, and I just was going bloop, 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 3 lines. This one I did a lot of lines. That was the first one I did, and I liked it better with just like 3 little lines in each petal. 1 long, 2 short, and you can make them shaped like the petals. And then you could come in and do other things. You could, if you wanted to make something pop, I don't know if this is going to write on here. This one's dead. I had another white gel pen. But if you want to just add a few highlights to like maybe the dark brown dots here, maybe a few of the smaller ones, but don't do all of them. Do like 1/2 of it. Like come over part way on it and then stop. And then it kind of looks like maybe the sun's hitting it. You could even do maybe a couple little curved lines on your petals of your flowers here and there. I've also done hashtags where you just put 2 lines back the other way. And you just basically doodle about, and this is the one I added the little white dots to the edges. It's not wanting to do too good. It's this white pen. There we go. But yeah, you just doodle about. But let me share what I got at the thrift store now. Hi, Roesta and Lucia. This necklace, I saw it. It's heavy. So I'm thinking it might be like 14 karat gold. The necklaces were $4. $4. Well, I had to wear it home because I didn't want it to get tangled. But on this little piece here, it's a 9 West necklace, and it's got some some of these little coins have been stamped and they've got texture to them, but most of them are just little punched out circles. But I looked this up, and this could be worth anywhere between $38 and $600. So I said, yeah, I really want it. I love how it just shimmers. And you could pair this with another necklace. I have several necklaces. I like long necklaces, not real short ones, because I don't like anything on my throat. I've never liked turtleneck sweaters. I'll wear a cowl neck sweater that's loose, but I'm not going to wear no turtleneck sweater. I burn up too much. But this was just so pretty. I told Scott, I said, if I was skinny, I could almost wear it as a belly dancing band. And he just laughed. So I'm going to put it back on my neck. So that was, with my discount though, I got it for $3. So if it's worth $38, that's still a great, awesome deal. And then I took the CD player, CD pack back because Janet and I decided it would be too small. So basically this was $2.99. So I got this to replace that. And I was thinking, Gina Ahrens, she has her cupcake containers, that she takes around, and she shops her stash. And when she's going to work on a project where she wants lots of things, she uses those muffin tins that she gets at the dollar store. Well, I saw this and I thought that would work just like Gina does. They actually had 2 of these, but one of them was weirdly cracked in the bottom. And I was like, well, if I set that down wrong and it finishes, cracking all the way across, I will have spent $3 for nothing. And this is a little bit more expensive than the dollar store cupcake tins, but I liked it because the openings are large and I could put long things here. And then on this side, you've got 3 compartments that are smaller. No, I'm not doing no belly dancing, sorry. But this was $2.99. It came originally from TJ Maxx, and their sticker said $5.99. So, yeah. I still thought it was a good deal, and it'll be perfect for what I want to use it. Like right now, I've got all these pens pulled out, and these Toscas will fit in there. And then the longer pens could fit there. And I've got not jelly, but the blingity bling stuff. I got a palette knife, and I got some other pens and a silver and my scissors. And see, then I could just clean my desk off real quick and just set this somewhere and pull it back out. Like if I needed the table for something else, then I don't have to put everything totally away, but I can put it in one place. So keep an eye out at your thrift stores for, I think this is supposed to be a drawer organizer. Yeah, drawer organizer. 6 section, and it says it's stackable. So see, if I'd gotten the other one, I could have stacked it on top of this. But that weird crack had me concerned. So this was basically an even trade because I took the other item back and it was $2.99. So this was $2.99. I got my senior citizen discount though today, so I didn't spend hardly anything today. I got this for $1.99. It says it'll hold a 12-inch ruler. Still got the original labels on it. And what I want to use it for is Scott bought me some fine art paintbrushes that are really long handles. I think they'll fit in here. And that way I could keep them nice and keep them separate. Because, I'm kind of brutal with my my craft paintbrushes. I'll leave them soaking in the water too long, that kind of stuff. So I'd like to start using the higher quality stuff Scott bought me and get my hand into actually doing some paintings. I've been kind of chicken so far, but he said, you could do it. You need to just do it. So I guess I need to just do it. But that's what I bought these for, or this box for, is my more expensive paint brushes to keep them separate from the craft brushes. I paid $1.25 a piece for these 2 little golden books. And because this particular Goodwill has their books for 50% off. So kids' books are normally 50 cents each. So I got these for $1.25 a piece. And they gave me these for $1.25 a piece too, because it's soft cover. I guess she counted these as magazines. But I do like to do some canning when I have a garden, and I can keep this aside and try some of these out when we get settled and have a garden again. But they had some interesting recipes in here. And lots of good instruction on how canning works, what to do. Here's a cranberry and jalapeno pepper jelly. We would love that. We couldn't eat a lot of it, but we would love it. There's a fruit cordial recipe, how to make your own vanilla bean liqueur, ginger chutney, spiced pumpkin butter. I've had apple butter, but I've never had pumpkin butter. Watermelon pickles. Just all kinds of wonderful, conserves, barbecue sauce, hot style chili sauce. So I was tickled to death. And then this one is the Audubon Society's book on the birds, and it's got the images are all shown already with color on the covers. But look, they've got the pictures so I could color them inside. And I could use these as a reference to coloring these. I thought that would be fun. Everybody worries about killing their family, but as long as you're clean and your jars are real clean and you check the tops of them to make sure there's no chips on them and you process the food correctly. Some things can be done with a hot water bath, but some have to be pressure sealed. And I have a pressure cooker. I grew up eating home canned stuff, and I'm still alive to tell about it today. 10-pack of manila folders for 79 cents. And I think that is all I got. And I think I spent $2 and something. $2.84 for the big tray, the box, and these books. And then we went to Home Depot. The stuff was laying all over the shelf, and it is an entire package. It looks like white paper, doesn't it? It's not white paper. Well, excuse me. There is white paper in here. But that's not what made me happy. If I can get a piece out. There's a piece. It's clear. Look, it's a whole stack of this stuff. Oh, dear Kathy. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Susan Gerald. So, to 2 today. And then this was $1.99, and I've never heard of Bingo yarn. Bingo. Stall wool. Woolay. But I paid $1.99 for this whole package of yarn. Oh, which Dawn is here? Oh, not that I needed to, but Scott and I needed a break. We had to get out. But he wasn't really feeling up to it. So he's a brave man. His ankles have been hurting him. He has extremely flat feet. When he was getting out of the Navy and, he was getting that last physical that they do before they get out, the surgeon that was inspecting Scott over said, "How did you even get in the Navy?" Because that's how flat his feet are. Oh, I love this texture. I'll rewrap these into balls later and add them to my baskets. But I wanted to pull one of these out and see what the makeup is. 58%. Lisa, have you heard of this? BAUMWOLLE. But it's cotton. And then 32% viscose, and then 10% polyacrylic. And I love the little chart on the back. It's got the number of balls you would need to do a sweater in different sizes. I don't have enough to do a sweater, but this is beautiful. Beautiful wool. Not wool, but cotton. This is cotton. So I got 1, 2. There's 3. So I got 4. Oh, no, I got 5. I got 5 of these. It's very soft to the touch. It's a beautiful texture. And then I got these random pieces off there. And then there's 1, 2. There's 4 of these. This is a Bernay yarn that I've never heard of. Casino. And it's a 100% mercerized cotton. Oh, that's really pretty. This one says dry clean only. 11 stitches equals 2 inches on a number 6 needle. Canadian needles number 8. So this must be made in Canada. Yep, in Canada, Bernay Yarns Unlimited, Scarborough, Ontario. So somebody from Canada moved down here and then decided they weren't going to do any more yarn and donated it, and Goodwill put it all in one bag. So that was $2 for all of this. And you know, these little rolls like this, they charge you a fortune at like Michael's for. So I am thrilled with that. And then I got my senior citizens discount. So $1.99 is, oh, Dawn had to go. Yeah, I was having a horrible time with buffering until I gave up on my router and used the Ethernet cord. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's having a lot of trouble buffering. I think there's just too many of us doing lives, maybe. And then I got this for 99 cents. It's a 5x7 memory book. And I was thinking, maybe these cards that wouldn't fit in the pieces that I got the other day, like this one, it might fit in here. Okay, it goes in the top. And see, then I can put the little bit bigger ones in this book, and I can just look through this one. So that tickles me that that's going to work for that. So I'll keep that with the blue binder. So now if somebody sends me a larger postcard or a little picture that's 5x7, I can have someplace to put it. There's more. Oh, I picked these up. I know it's probably silly, but we end up buying these every time we do a remodel or updating. Scott wants to go and get some of these. And I asked him, I said, is $1.99 a good price? And he's like, yeah, those are like $3 or $4. He said, the only thing is, it doesn't have the cover. I said, yeah, but, you know, if we had these, and these are pretty deep ones, then all we would need is the cover. And the covers are sometimes sold separately. So he said, go ahead and get them. Might as well. It's a good price. And the last thing in here was this top. And I don't know. Sometimes I think I go crazy. But I thought it was beautiful. And it is LuLaRoe. And it just looks comfy. It looks like it's something I could get paint on and notice. Yeah. Some things you just, you're going to buy it eventually. Oh, Janice had to go. Oh, dear. Everybody's losing everybody. So I just thought it was beautiful. And with black leggings, wouldn't this be pretty? And this was not on the 50% off rack, of course, but it was $4.75. And you can't really beat that for a shirt. So I kind of figured my arty friends would think it was, and it's loose at the bottom, my favorite. I don't want anything fitting against my tummy. Kathy says she would have bought that top too. And it just looks so comfortable. And it's kind of it's a knit, but it almost feels like a combed cotton. And best of all, it was made in the USA. It's simply comfortable. It's a polyester spandex. And I think this LuLaRoe is who moved into the old Bose building where Scott used to work in Blythewood. So anyhow, that's what I have to share. I don't know if you guys want to hang and doodle for a little while. It's already 3:15 and I wasn't going to stay on longer than an hour. So I'll stay on for 15 minutes and doodle. And then I've got to go clean my kitchen up before you guys do your evening book thing. Whoops. So I'm just going to bring some of this stuff back up here. And I was also working on the last ATC I need for my little book that I did in June. I did all those ATCs, but I did them on that 2 1/3 by 3.5 inch paper. This is still drying, but this was going to be components to the last ATC. Hey, Norma. But once I get this one done, then I can put all of these together and then I'll do a flip. I'll do a flip of my June ATC a day for 2019. So I'll do that later because that stuff it's still got some wet areas in it. But I wanted to finish the 2 sunflower envelopes that I have here. And I will probably clear coat these as well. Lisa, whose channel are you guys going to be on tonight? Yours, Tanya's, or Barbara's? I can't remember. Mine. Oh, okay. So everybody go to Lisa's tonight, and we'll play over there. Just make little squiggly lines here and there. I'm just doing little half rounded C's on the darker brown, larger dots. And then I just do a little group of 3 here and there. Just to add a little interest. Janet just put a link to Lisa's channel. If you guys want to go join her at 7 tonight, that's Central Time, 8 Eastern. and they're going to do a fun project together. The little flower that opened yesterday out front, it didn't last very long, and but it just looked so pretty the way it coiled back up on itself. My sister's been doing those Roman kiln firings for a number of years, and she was trying to push her luck to get some more vibrant colors by getting the temperature almost to 2,000 degrees. But it ended up cracking her pieces. So a lot of her larger pieces have big cracks in them. And all of her SCA friends were telling her to try to get a hold of some metals and fill the cracks with, bronze or something. These flowers were all hand done with a paintbrush. I would just take a paintbrush. I did the circles with black. I just did black circles. And then I came back and I just did brush strokes for a random number. I didn't even count the number of petals. Like some will have just 5, and then some will have 10 or 12. And then what I did is I came in with my marker, just one of these markers, and just went around each petal to bring that petal up. And if you wanted to make it even look more in depth, you could add a little thicker line on one side. Or if you had, what is it, a Stabilo All, you could do that and then wet it and work it. And then you'd end up with a little bit of shade underneath each petal. And that would give it a little bit more dimension. I wouldn't go all the way to the top on this one because but you can spend a whole lot of time just doodling on these. Like if I came over here and I added more dark under here on these down here, it would give this more dimension too. This marker that I'm using right here is kind of getting dried out. So you see, if you darken an area, it just brings it up, pushes the color up if you put dark behind it. At least that's how it looks to me. I hope I didn't smudge anything. So then I'll set that aside, let that white dry, and I'll pull this one over and work on it some. But mainly I wanted to get 2 of these envelopes done so I could put the other 2 cards I have. I have the card I did for Mary in Mary's Doodle, oh golly, a week ago or so. I haven't gotten it in the mail because I needed a larger envelope. And if you just do random doodles and you do random everywhere, then it looks like you did it on purpose. So like you, I think it was Barb Owen said, if you make a mistake in one spot, if you just purposely make it in another, it'll make it look like you purposely did it. And you can doodle and doodle and doodle and doodle on these. Aw, thanks, Kathy. I just like to think that the inside is for you all and the outside keeps the people at the post office happy. It gives them something to look at. So, and it's moving art. Art that moves. It's on our envelopes. And the mail people here are like, "Oh, I would love to receive one of those." And if you wanted to, you could, add a little bit here and there on your brown. I put brown around these others. Put 3 little dash marks here and there. Make these look like they're moving. Or if you wanted to use something like the Posca pen, you could. Has she got a link to envelope journals? LOL. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do with y'all's is I'm going to cut them so that I can use them like Mary's been doing. And there, that looks better. And make them look like signature covers. And then I can put pages in between of like that scrap paper I picked up at the thrift store. Just use that scrap paper that we have in our stash that we're like, why did I buy that? And then we could decorate the pages with the Happy Mail pieces. And it would be a little book that gets filled with the love that was sent with the stuff, the goodies. And see if you go in also and you just like the red is all the way to the back. Now watch what happens when I go just trace around it with this white Posca pen. Do you have to exactly match the stencil image in the background? No. And see what happens is it brings the shape, the decoration of that stencil back to the front. And see how it changes it? And it's all in just re-examining what you've already put down. You don't have to add any more. You're just enhancing what you did in previous steps. Does that make sense, you guys? And I just think that goes. Yeah, we'll see you tonight, Lisa. I'm not going to stay on but just 3 more minutes, and then I'm going to get off here. I'm trying to do shorter lives. I need to do some standalone videos too, but I haven't gotten around to it. I could work on these and then speed it up with music. Not everybody likes that though. But then we can't please everybody. But when you're layering your stencils, kind of also think about, ooh, what can I do with this stenciled image later? When I'm done with this and I'm at the final stage, am I going to be able to enhance it in any way? And just by bringing this back out with the white pen, you're just adding so much to your decoration on your piece. And you don't have to, like, this could look like it's just poking up from the foam or fog or whatever this image is floating in. So you don't have to trace all around the imaginary shape either. You can just make your line as far as the red goes and then stop and move your pen over. Okay. Hi, Linda McAllister. I'm going, actually was about to black or and white. Yeah, exactly. It gives you the ability to bring things that are in the background back to the front of your image. And see, I need to finish my little dots. But I don't want to keep you guys all afternoon. And I'm planning to attend Lisa's thing. And to do that, I've got to get my kitchen cleaned up now from lunch. I haven't done the lunch dishes yet. Scott just left for work an hour ago. So he'll be at work for a while. And then once I'm done doing all this fiddly stuff, I'll put an oval in the middle for the address to the, where it's going, and then a smaller oval up here for my return address with, I'm going to use this Anita's all-purpose acrylic in cream. I'm going to use cream this time instead of stark white because I want this to kind of blend with the background, but I need a lighter area to put the addresses. All right. So I'll see you guys later at Lisa's for some book construction. I think that's what we're doing tonight with her and Tanya and Barbara Clark. And Janet has put a link to Lisa's channel up above, but it's Lisa, My Eclectic Life. And we'll go. Thanks, Holly. Okay, guys. Bye.